Hello everybody. This Sunday is Palm Sunday, and it suddenly struck me this morning that what we won't have is our usual palm crosses. I'm sure maybe lots of us have still got our palm crosses in our houses from last year. But I thought that doesn't need to stop us. We can make our own palm crosses. So, Mr. Internet at the ready, I have found out how to make a palm cross. And I thought I could show you all how to do it so that you can all make your own palm crosses for us to remember the triumphant arrival of Jesus in Jerusalem with the palms waving. So here we go. All you need to make your cross is some paper and just a tiny bit of sellotape. So I've got some nice peach paper here that I thought was a bit like the colour of a cross. But you could use any paper, you could use white paper, any colour paper, and you could draw patterns on it if you want to. It would look fantastic. It'd be lovely to see the crosses people have made. But all I've done is cut 2 strips from a piece of A4 paper. They're about 1.5 centimetres wide, but it doesn't matter, it's not exact. You just need both strips to be the same size. So I've cut my 2 strips and I'm just going to join them together so I've got a long enough piece to make the cross. So I've just got my little elephant sellotape here. Little piece of sellotape. Just have them overlap a little bit, maybe 3 centimetres, 1.5 in old money. There we go. And just sellotape that down and turn it over and sellotape it on the other side just to make sure it's nice and tight. So now I've just got a very long strip of paper. So we need to take the paper and find what looks like about 1/3 of the way down the paper. I think about there. And all you need to do is just fold it over to make a corner. So it's a little bit like an upside down backwards L or a number 7. So press that crease to make it nice and tight. And then take this shorter tail and fold it round the back. Almost all the way, but leave a teeny tiny gap just where my fingernail is there. A tiny gap before you press it down. It will make the next stage much easier. You see the tiny gap? And then take the tail and do the same across the front. And again, just leave a tiny gap. Press it nice and tight. There we are. You see, we're just making a little sort of pocket here, which is going to be really important in a minute. Take this piece and fold it in front, but this time, before you do any pressing down, just have a look until it becomes the side of your cross. See, when it looks like it's about the right size for you, I think that's going to be about right for me. And then tuck the other side around and just catch it underneath there. Can you see there? I've just caught it, tucked it in there. And when it looks like it's about the same on both sides, then I can press all the bits down. So now I've just got an enormously long letter T. Everything pressed nice and tight. The next stage is to take that top bit and just fold it straight over, just like that. Now it's a bit like a bow tie at the top, isn't it? Nice and tight. Then take your long tail and push it up, and you'll see you've now got a little gap right at the front, a little pocket to push it through. Just gently tease it through all the way through. If your piece doesn't go straight through, you could just taper the corner slightly, just bend the corner slightly to make it go through. All the way, and then you saw I pressed it tight again. And now we're going to get our tail and we're going to come back again. But again, this time we're going to stop when we think we've got the right length at the top for our cross. I think for mine about like that. Then just press it gently there. Take your last tail and poke it back through that same gap again. Just until you're happy with the size. It doesn't really matter when you tuck it through. There we go. And that is how you make a palm cross. So I'd love to see the crosses that people make.